Assalamu alaikum students. In this video lecture I am going to discuss some remaining reactions of alkenes, and those are mostly oxidation reactions. First reaction is the epoxidation. It is the formation of epoxide, What is epoxide? Epoxide is actually cyclic ether, and it's CH2 single bond CH2 oxygen and oxygen. It's epoxide, and how it is formed? It can be formed by two methods. We can also use silver oxide for epoxidation of alkene, and we can also use peroxyacid for the conversion of alkene into epoxide. Silver oxide Ag2O can be used for epoxidation, and this reaction is done at higher temperature in the presence of oxygen. Here is ethene, and now going to react with oxygen. In the presence of silver oxide Ag2O, this ethene will convert into epoxide. It is also known as ethylene oxide. Now, second reaction is hydroxylation. It is the addition of hydroxyl group, OH group, into double bond. Addition of OH group into double bond. And this reaction is done in the presence of Waris solution, Waris reagent. And what is Waris reagent? It is actually 1% dilute alkaline KMnO4 solution, and it is also known as Waris test. It is the Waris solution. And what is Waris test? This solution is actually used for the presence of double bond indication. We can use this solution and can find the unsaturation in a molecule in a mixture. Here is ethene, and we are going to react KMnO4 in the presence of water. And ethene will convert into diol, CH2 single bond CH2. Here is hydroxyl and here is hydroxyl, and there will be the formation of MnO2 and potassium hydroxide, MnO2 and potassium hydroxide KOH. You can balance this equation by multiplying with suitable numbers. Now moving toward next reaction, that's combustion. Combustion means to burn something. In this case, we are going to burn alkene, and when alkene burns, it forms carbon dioxide, water, and a large amount of heat. By combustion, alkene forms carbon dioxide, water, and heat. Here is ethene, and we are going to burn it in the presence of oxygen. It will convert into carbon dioxide, water, and heat. Next reaction is the ozonolysis. Ozonolysis is the most important reactions of alkene. We will use ozone for the cleavage of alkene, and it will convert into carboxylic acid. Here is the alkene, and ozone. This negatively charged oxygen will attack on this carbon, and this pi bond will attack on this oxygen atom. This bond will come toward this oxygen, and it will form CH2, single bond CH2, oxygen, oxygen, oxygen. Now this molecule is highly unstable, and it is known as mole ozonide, and it is unstable, and will convert into ozonoid. It is the ozonoid. Later, this ozonoid will convert into carboxylic acid. Firstly, it will convert into aldehyde or ketone, and then after more oxidation will be into carboxylic acid. It will form aldehyde. Here will be hydrogen, hydrogen, oxygen, carbon, hydrogen. And in this reaction we will use Zn. Here will be the formation of ZnO. This zinc oxide in next step will be reactive with water to form hydrogen peroxide. In case of ozonolysis, we will react alkene with ozone. Due to addition of ozone into alkene, it will cleave the bond in between these two carbon atoms and will convert this alkene into aldehyde or ketone, depending upon the atom attached directly to carbon atom. If we use any alkyl group with this carbon atom to alkyl group, then it will form any ketone. And we can also form carboxylic acid from aldehyde or ketone by more oxidation. Next reaction is the polymerization reaction. Polymerization reaction alkene forms polymer, and that's polyethylene. Polyethylene. If we have n number of units ethene, n number of units ethene, and polymerizing it, and it will form polyethylene. It will convert into polyethylene. Polymerization process. CH2, single bond CH2. Here is the bond extension and n number of units. How it forms polyethylene? Let's come to some mechanism. Here is one ethene, and here is another ethene, and we have n number of ethene present in the mixture, and we are heating this in the presence of catalyst. Then what happens? This pi bond will attack on this carbon atom, this pi bond will attack on next carbon atom, and pi bond of next carbon will attack on the next carbon atom, forming a long chain molecule. And this long chain molecule is actually known as polymer. This ethylene unit is the monomer, and the final product is polymer, known as polyethylene. I hope that you have understood all reactions of alkene. If you feel any confusion, don't hesitate to ask question in comment. Thank you, and please subscribe my channel and keep watching. Thank you, and Allah Hafiz.